earth back like it was, where you can breathe. Yeah. Well, that's what we've been wanting to do at Boston. I don't know people breathing. Me, I get some, boss man, go get him a damn iron lung and let them things they use underwater. What's that? The air tank. He get him air. He said, I don't need all of that. I get it air. I just have the air freshen up my house. That I won't go outside. I build a big multi-zillion-dollar gym and I run in there. And I put all that stuff in my car. So when I get in the car, the air be purified. So I just make a dash. I had a car pick me up from inside the purified house, and I drive through all that pollution and look at y'all out there coughing and carrying on, snot running out of your nose. Hey,
that's actually what all the movies are about. Right.
That's all, everything.
You always see them walking through a wasteland. They got some type of gas mask on, filter.
And they both, but they're not doing anything about it.
They just talking about it. They had a whole conference, all the countries there, and they just ran their mouths, man. They really just ran their mouths.
That's why, okay, that's all we want to do. So that's all I'm asking. Let's try to fix things up a little bit where we are. And, even the Hadith and the Quran is specific. You're not responsible for things that are beyond your ability. You're not responsible for that. So let's go on and do it. And I believe that in time, the young people, if they stay young long enough and energetic long enough, they might do something about it. But what would we want to leave our children anyway? Do you know the inheritance that we're leaving? You know how they're going to think about us? They're going to have dartboards with our pictures. This is my father. And my grandfather, I got a big dartboard with him on it. He's the one that really started this. And this debt, how is it a kid come out of school with $100,000 in debt? How is he going to pay it off? He can't, because the interest is he get it down to 90,000. That ain't nothing. You missed the payment, so it's back up to 120 now. Right? This place is crazy. And they call us crazy because we want to fix it. Right? Right? There's a bad program that y'all got. Y'all want a program. Yeah, it's anti-American. Hey, man, thanks to Allah, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, you Iranians out there. I just didn't say Iranians. I said Iran. That's what Negroes say. You Iranians, y'all donate big to the brother. Remember, when y'all was backed up against the wall, tell the truth. The only Negro was in your corner was me, all over the United States. And not saying you owe nobody nothing for running around the country for 20 years, and not getting no sleep, and sleeping on the side of the highway. And that's no big deal. Or stick with Boss Man. He'll show you what's going on. He'll teach you about love and care and honesty. Yeah. Stick with him. Thank y'all very much. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, that's it, yeah. I'm not going to do anything.
Any questions? Are we doing a question?
Oh, yeah. Y'all want to, yeah.
Yeah, well, a brother did ask, or he made a comment. He said, so true, brother Imam. Ignorance has become the normal from government to the streets. Total insanity.
Right. Yeah.
And someone, the people keep on sending messages about the vaccine and, the fitna and the mainstream about it. I know you commented on it, but it is a question. Someone basically was saying that, and it's, criminal neglect what they're doing with the vaccine and some medical issues that are being exposed by it. You could just comment on it.
Okay. No, I'll comment on the vaccine. Okay, first I deal with vaccines in general. Oh, when I was younger, they had iron lungs, they, and they had March of Dimes. I don't know if anybody remember the March of Dimes, all the kids, the polio and everything. Dr. Jonas Salk came by. Well, you can go back to farther back to that, to Pasteur, Louis Pasteur, pasteurization, and all that stuff. Okay, smallpox. When I grew up, it seemed like everything was. I had chicken pox, I had measles, and I had mumps. Those things kill people now, don't they? Chicken pop, don't nobody get them because they inoculate, right, for those things. Those were called childhood diseases. Everybody got them. In my family, everybody, nobody missed the mumps. Had that rag tied around your head, cheeks all puffed up. There's the mumps. I thought it was just normal. Everybody got the mumps. Okay, everybody got measles. Oh, your skin all, boy, look at here. This is normal. So everybody got chicken pox, everybody got measles, and everybody got, what's the other thing I just said? They got them, mumps. Everybody got them. Okay. Dr. Jonas Salk come by with that, whatever it was, and polio is gone, almost gone. When I was in Africa in the 70s, in the early part, especially, I told y'all about it. I used to do an exercise where we'd walk around on like an alligator. In South America, everybody would stop and look at me and say, see, what is he doing? It was an exercise to build up, your grip and everything. When I did it in Africa, nobody paid attention because 15% of the people had polio. Don't you know how nice it was to go back there years later and everybody was walking straight up and they had stuff going on, but it wasn't that, they knocked it over. Okay, now, you remember the little Ethiopian lady was here? They wanted a letter saying, so I gave them a letter and put a stamp on it that, it's their business. But in the process, I reviewed the ulama. The ulama in Indonesia and all that, I don't know if anybody looked it up. All of them said, knock yourself out on that vaccine. And they got tons of Malaysian doctors. And then you got suspicious person country number one, Iran, Afghanistan, all of them, what do they want? Vaccines, right? Now, I had to look in them. Do any of them have a pork product? All right. You remember all them notices was coming to the house? It was, I'm telling you, it was, yeah, it was so many notices for me to come and get a shot. You qualify for the shot? I mean, as many came, they had to be targeting me. It wasn't just old Mr. Jones. If old Mr. Jones didn't come after one warning, they'd say, okay, we did our job. You know how the city is. So they kept coming back over and over again. They kept calling. So finally I said, well, either they gonna knock the brother over, and they already busted me upside the head, and they got my head on a computer. You know what I mean? Glick, 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 lights going and everything. So a little shot ain't gonna, whatever that is, that ain't gonna do nothing. So I took the thing. I had to my special treatment. There was a Negro lady, a young one too. She was waiting for me now, when you come to CVS, I'll be there. So I walked in, and there she was. And the second shot, there she was. So they was, I say, either the white man is going to save my life or want to kill me. I said, it's hard to figure sometimes because boss man goes through psychological derangement. Sometimes this nigga's in the way. And you know, there's teams of white folks in the background, just like they used to have teams of police. We're going to kill that nigger. We're going to do this to that nigger, and he deserves this, that, and another. Then they got another crew. Oh, if we watch him, if we follow him, if we do this, we're going to get more information. And they're actually not against the other crew, but they got a different plan. And that carries on up to now. That's why some of the FBI that come by the house at time, you don't know why they came, but it's very possible that they came because the Zionists have full control of America. And they could have been coming to tell me what they did tell me. Well, you know, somebody else is running things now, so you have to look out for this, that, and the other. I said, well, I'll be doggone. And then I said, but they was telling the truth. I didn't cuss them out like I usually do, but I just told them how they should become better people or something like that. So anyway, about they had a demonstration yesterday down there, right? I told the brothers, I said, I can't speak there because I've already taken the thing. Well, why did you take it? I said, because da-da-da-da-da. I gave the reason. I said, number one, I said, I've seen those videos and Dr. Blackface and all them guys, and I've heard what they said. And then I look at the numbers too. In Britain, 66% of the people that was dying was black, or from the, you know what I mean? I said, that ain't no fun. And then there's a certain age and all the people over here. And then half the time I go around, I don't have no mask. I go to, or I have to go to the grocery store. But I'm not saying I'm not thinking about it, but I know one thing, the white man is on my case all day. And if he catch somebody, either he gonna send somebody to blow their breath on me with the virus, right? Or he gonna make sure don't nobody, that's the way it is. I already know that. I've been knowing that for decades and decades. I know that. And I have to figure out what stage and who in the background, you can feel them pulling at each other. I'm telling you, it's very energetic. It's not that it's a lot of fun or nothing like that. But hey, when I was a kid, I liked people to pay attention to me or what is it you want. And I got the world, everybody at the White House, right? And they're at the State House and everybody else around here. They know what's going on, right? So, hey, I got all the attention. I got what I always wanted, attention. I'm just joking. But anyway, now, they had March of Dimes. They had all of that stuff. And there is things about overpopulation and what have you, and they might be kind of a little tired of that. But the numbers that are leaving, being replaced by it's not doing any good. Okay. So the point is, when we looked at it from an Islamic point of view, there was nothing haram in this stuff. Not even one smidget. You know what I mean? Because if it was a smidget, they would. And if they find some in it, they could let me know, and I'll tell people leave it alone. Okay. That's one point. The other point is, personally, I can't protect myself from nothing that they got. If I had the heebie-jeebies the other day I was coming up here with a cane. And remember, as soon as the Juma is over, I'm punching up in the air. They can do that right now. They could do that right now. I could sit here and get. If they want to give me a hitch, I could do that. You ever see me reaching down, doing a little cost boss? So personally, they already got the thing programmed the way they got it going. And I've been doing that for decades upon decades upon decades. What I had to do was develop a management program to where I get more benefit out of it than I lose. You know what I mean? And also, uh, that you have to be able to be on 24-hour TV wherever you are. You're in the closet, you're in the room, you're flying around. It doesn't make a difference. You have to acquire the ability to live like that. You know, fish